Hello everyone, my name is Anand Joshi and from today on I'm going to teach you some chess from beginning to intermediate level because I'm not a master or any title player but an intermediate player, so at least I can teach you up to around 1500 yellow or up to chess.com 2000 ratings. So let's begin. So basically in chess we have this setup. One is white and one is black. So let's start with the name. We have different kind of pieces, like this is called pawn and this is rook, this is knight, and this is bishop, this is queen, king. Again, two pairs of bishop, two pair of knights, two pair of rooks, and one king and one queen, and in both sides. So I hope, okay, let's teach you. Let me assume that you don't know anything about this. You don't know how pieces moves like this. You don't know anything about this. So I'll teach you from this website called Liches, which is basically a very free. Uh, it doesn't show any ads or ads. Okay, ads. It doesn't show any ads, and it doesn't require any membership, so it's practically everything is free. So in you need to open an account in Liches or chess.com according to your will. I prefer Liches. So let's learn. So in basics, we have different kind of pieces like I said you earlier here. In you can see this, we have many kind of pieces: rook, um, knight, pairs of rook, pairs of knight, and we have pair of rooks, pair of knights, pair of bishops, and one king and one queen. And we have these 8 very small pieces which are called pawns. So basically we have 32 pieces, 16 in the white side and 16 in the black side. So how do we play? First we note the movement of these pieces, how these pieces move along these squares, and as we can see there are 8 rows and 8 columns. So basically we have 64 squares, naming from A to H, row, row, A to H. And these horizontal rows are called rank. For example, this is 7th rank because there is number 7. This is 5th rank, 3rd rank, 2nd rank, and likewise 8th rank, 6th rank. And these vertical columns are called files: A file, B file, and up to H file. So, and the coordinates we can name it as, look at it. First we'll go up to which file? D, and which row? 4. So this square is called D4 square. Similarly, this is E5 square. This is F4 square. This is F3 square. Yes. So naming this is very important because to share knowledge we need in written format. So if you want to study any books, chess books or any in that, yes, chess books, then you need to know these notations. For example, if written if in any book there is written e4, which means pawn moves to this square, because in notation we don't oh, you can see here also it's called e4. And if you want to move the knight, say this is the knight, if you want to move there, say this, if you want to move the knight to this square, it will be written as knight f6. Look at this, it is here knight f6. And then again d4 and d6. Here the notations are, this is how the notation works. And let's learn how the pieces work. So how do the pieces work? Does this piece can move to this or not? Let's learn this. So basically we go to learn, know from the symbol, the rook. The rook, it moves in a straight line, which means it moves in a straight line, just like this, straight line, straight line, straight line, straight line. So this can move to this, anything, yeah, great, here, wherever it wants. So here are few exercises you can do so that quickest way possible. You have to cover this square in a quickest way possible. So quickest way possible in the minimum moves. So you can learn this, how the rooks works. So similarly, bishop, it moves diagonally. We can see here how it moves diagonally. It can go here, along the n. There are as there are two pairs of bishops. One is white and one in a black square. So this white square bishop can never reach this black squares. Never reach any of these black squares. So it can only move along white squares and in diagonal form. So it can move here. This can move here, then here. Similarly, this can move here. Now, let's learn about more. And queen. Here, queen is equals to rook plus bishop, which means it can move diagonally like bishop and as well as like the rook in a straight lines. So let's go. So this queen can move. You can see these points where it can move, the mobility points. So it can move along diagonal as well as straight line. So you can hit like this. So it can move straight as well as diagonal. Wherever it can move diagonal as well as straight lines. You can practice this, it's on your own. Let's learn about new piece. Okay, the king, the most important piece. It is the most important piece, although it is not that much powerful because it can move only one square. The king is too slow, so it can move along one square every time. Wherever it goes, only one square, like this. Okay, it's very simple. It can only move one square. King only one squares. Only one square. Always only one squares. So it will take how many moves to reach from here to here? Okay, let's learn about knight. So it's kind of tricky. uh it's tricky, yeah. So basically knight moves in a L shape. L shape. L around any direction. So there, this is where knight moves. It goes to straight. It covers two straight, straight or okay, either two straight rows and one column up and down, anything, or two column or one rows each, or two rows and one column each. So this can jump into, you can see the points here, 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 here in L shape, like this L shape. Okay, L shape. So this can move here, here. You can practice on your own. And then this can move here, 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 here in L shape. Two square parts, this and one next square. Here, 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 here. Okay. You have to practice on your own. So just practice like this. And let's go to pawn. So pawn also at initially here, pawn at start of the match, pawn lies in this rank. So at initial condition, it can either move two squares or simply one square. But after it reaches after the first move, it can only move. If you move here initially, then after that move it can only push one step, and if you move here it can also move only one step. So if the pawn is here, then it can move forward one step at a time like this, and after it reaches the final rank, it can promote into any other pieces. Like for in this case, I can make this pawn into any piece, and as the most powerful piece is the queen, we generally make queen. So now this becomes queen and we can raise this square. So similarly, we can make it into knight also. So knight, 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 knight. Then knight to capture any pieces. This moves diagonally. It cannot capture forward. Like some pieces is there, then it cannot capture it. But if the pieces lie in diagonally one square apart, then it can capture easily like this. So this is the rules, and there are few special rules in case of pawn and yes, in case of pawn there are few special rules, and also in case of king and the rook there is another special rule. So let's move forward. Let's learn about one special rule in passant. So this rule says that if opponent pawn moves to square at instant, then we can capture it as this. But as this was moved previously, not at that instant, so we cannot capture like this. We cannot capture. Look at the options, it doesn't show anything here because it was moved previously. At this instant the G pawn was moved. So we can capture it as this. Look at the options. We can either move it forward or capture this piece with this special rule called en-passant. Okay, now um so to capture this we can simply use just like this, and look at this, simply we can capture. Many people beginner will say that okay, leave it that. It's not cheating, it's a special rule called en-passant. Look at this, en-passant. Okay, now we'll learn another special rule which is called castling. Castling. So castling is that one special move in which we can move king to two square apart, and we can move this king to here and the rook will come here. So this is the special move. It's called castling. And there are two types of castling. One is long castling and one is short castling. Short castling is done in this short side because it has only, look at this, 1 2 3 4 squares, and in a long castling it covers 5 squares, so it is called long castling. So in any type of castling, the king moves 2 square apart and the rook moves inside of that king. So in the long castling we will see that happen. Now castling cannot happen if there lies any piece in between rook and the king. Rook and the king. So we need to move this knight somewhere, either here or either here. So in practically we should move as much possible as the center of the board, because it covers, look at this, it covers now 1 2 3 4 forward square. But if we had moved in this, then the L rule says we can only move 2 squares. So to cover, to have more mobility, we generally move towards center. So now we can castle easily. Now to castle, here we need to first move these pieces. So one of the most basic way to do this is just move your bishop and knight, and now you can castle easily. So this is the way. Now to long castle it, just move your knight, bishop, and queen. I hope you understand. Now we cannot castle if any of the pieces, either king or the rook, is moved. So to castle, as this rook is moved from this square to this square, so we cannot castle in this side. So in order to do so, we need to castle on the long side. Now again we cannot castle if there occurs any check. Check means if any of the enemy pieces can move in between those squares, we cannot castle. As this king need to go here, it need to pass through this square. So as there already check occurs in this square, we cannot do that, because king is the most valuable piece. So we cannot do that. So in order to do castling, we need to first block the check. So to block the check, we have two ways: either can bring some pieces in the way, or just capture it. In this case we cannot capture, so we bring this pawn in between. Now if he goes back, and we can finally castle. So these are few rules. For example, we can um, just castle like this way, and here this blocks the check. So first we block the checks and castle. Oh sorry, there is another check, so we just block the check and castle. Okay. Now so these are the fundamentals. Now I will just play a simple game. You can watch it. I'll play with one random player. So let's play 5 plus 3 match. It means 5 minutes of total time, and for every move I will get 3 minutes. So let's play. Okay, first I'll go with e4, which means pawn to e4. Now opponent plays e5. Now I will attack this with my knight because it can move in L shape. So I will attack this one, but he attacks mine as well. So let me first uh, defend mine this pawn because it can support it this way. If he captures here, I can capture it here. Now he pins my knight, as I need to go that there to capture, but if I move that, he can capture my queen. Because queen is the most valuable piece, I cannot do that. So I simply block the way of this bishop so that I can capture this free pawn. Let's see what he will play. Time running. So he defend with that knight. So I will just simply castle on the safe square. What happened? Let's see. Now his plan is to capture this so that I could capture here, and finally he captured freely. So in order to fail that plan, I need to move my bishop so that I will pin this knight and I will capture his queen in case if he moves his knight. Let's see. Oh, that's why he plays that king move, queen move. Now I have, what should I do? I'll just capture this. Let's simplify it. Okay, let's simplify it. Okay. Let's attack the queen. He moves back. Now, what should I do? I will just attack this bishop so that he is forced to go. Now I have this crazy idea. I'll leave it. Just I will move aside my knight so that he will. I am threatening to take his bishop, so he must capture mine or retreat. Let's see. He retreats. Now I can develop my knight center so that I could in any case capture this one. Oh, whoa. Oh, not bad. So if I go there, there is bishop g4, but so that I could attack this one, but he will just block from here. So what should I do? Let me just simply develop my another. He's playing good. Let me open up this. Let me focus now. I need to. Oh, he recaptures. Now if I recapture with this, he can take my queen. So I must recapture with either this or this. So I will in this case capture with my surprise. Whoa, 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 whoa. Capture here so that I can capture this. Not bad. Let's do one crazy idea. Crazy, crazy, crazy idea. Check. So that I can capture his queen. In this case, I win an exchange. I get his rook for a bishop. In generally, rook is more powerful. So I am on a winning position. Let's see. Let's attack again. Attack this one. I will try to simplify position as much as possible because oh no, but I can always give a check. Not bad. Let's attack his weak pawns. Okay. Either one of them will fall. Let's see whom will he protect. Now, oh, he attacks here. Let him attack. Let him. I have one idea. If he attacks here, I will bring my rook here so that it can never move because it will attack that king. Play, play, play. Oh, he defends this. Now, what should I do? I'll just kick this knight so that I can eat that piece because it is defended by this knight. So I'll just move here. It's my pawn, it's my pawn. So now he attacks this pawn. Let's just simply defend this. So this is protected. Now I can take this in any circumstances. Let's see what he plays. I need to play fast as I am low on time. Okay, I can easily capture this. Now, where the knight can jump. Here it can go, it can go. Let's just attack this pawn. Where the knight can go. It cannot, it can go here, okay. Okay, not bad. Let's just open up the position. Open up the position so that I can attack it from here too. If I capture this, he cannot take it because it will just open up. Okay, I must capture this now because he can promote here with the queen and queen is too powerful. Let's see what if will. He takes with the knight. I will take this. Simply take this. Now this is in danger. He cannot take because this will is a threat and it's an illegal move too. Now check. Oh, now I can promote. This is a discover check as well as I can promote here and make my queen. Not bad. Now I can check him again. Now I can capture this and capture this. Now I promote all my pawns to queens. Oh, sorry, he resigns. He asks for a rematch. Should I said okay, let's do it for once. So he's white now and I'm black, but maybe he's offline or something. Okay, that's oh. So this is how you play chess. Basically, just you have your pieces, equal number of pieces, equal position, equal starting position. So you just develop your pieces, you move your pieces, try to bring your pieces in the center as much as possible so that you will have more mobility and more attacking chances, and you castle your king to safe square, safe side of the board, and you attack with all your forces in the center and the enemy to the enemy power. So For today this much, and from next videos I will try to teach you some more techniques, technique likes how to attack, how to defend, what are discover checks, what is pinning. uh, I mentioned some of the tricks in the previous game, but I will explain every move, every technique in depth in this series. I will try to help out. I'll try to help you out on improving your chess skills. So this much for today. Thank you. I hope you enjoy this video. If you don't enjoy it, I really do. So I don't care.